Now then guys, welcome back to the George Scaife LFC channel. I'm still under the weather, but I've got to get this one out for you. Liverpool get beat by Crystal Palace. I'm going to look through every single mistake, and there's a lot of them by the way. I'm all for Liverpool top of the league, doing really well this season in terms of points, and I'm a very positive Liverpool fan, but I can't really dress this up. This was absolutely awful defending. On so many occasions, Alisson Becker deserves a knighthood after this game because he spooned us out the crap so many times. Starting with this, the corner, the goal in fact. Take a corner, right? We don't win the first ball. How many times in this video am I going to say we don't win the first ball? There's one, okay? First ball's won at the back post. Ismail Sarr is the guy who's going to eventually score this goal in a second. No one's even near him. He's the only player, in fact, in the box. Completely unmarked. He could do this. He could do an Angel of the North impression, and he'd still get away with it and not touch anyone. Obviously, he's going to score there. Wirtz is the guy, the two number 7s here. Wirtz is the guy next to him. He's the only free man, really. I know Kerkez is covering the front post, but he's a free man there. For me, that should be his player. I'm not going to dig it on Wirtz. I believe it's on the first contact. You've got to win your first ball, and we're going to talk about that winning goal. Oh my God. We lost the ball 3 times in that goal. Just you wait to see it, by the way. I do apologise for my voice. I'm trying to get over this cold, but I just had to get this out. This is Konate. I'm fuming looking at this, right? How bad is this? And it's a good job it didn't result in anything. Everything that could have gone wrong literally has gone wrong in this clip. This should not be an image. I feel like I'm in a different world. This is Liverpool, right? McAllister's come wide to receive the ball. We've got no central pivot. The obvious ball here is Gravenberch just plays in there. I hope you can see a mouse, by the way, on the screen record. Gravenberch drops in, and you play that. But that's not even as far as it needs to go. Play the ball. Van Dijk's asking for play the ball. And instead he gets caught on the ball by Konaté. Like, so many times did this happen, by the way. Konaté was absolutely shocking this game. And I'll say it how it is. I love Konaté. I absolutely see why Real Madrid are in for this guy. But I believe he has limitations. And I believe sometimes he steps too far out of his comfort zone there in bringing the ball out the back. Just play the ball to the better player on the pitch in Van Dijk. Let's call a spade, right? And it's a good job they don't score from this, a massive overload. McAllister, and in fact, have I gone back on this thing here? I've not. You can see McAllister walking at this point, and then he sees Sarr sprint past him, and he's like, right, let's go. I think that was poor. Maybe that's just McAllister being slow. I don't know what it was. It's not anyone's fault but Konaté's, I want to say that, but I just think the way we reacted to this is like, what more do you want us to do? I feel for Gravenberch, I feel for actually McAllister here. He's not a fast player, and Sarr's like the fastest player in the league. Getting past him, it's like, what do you want McAllister to do? Don't lose the ball. Konaté, look at him, he's crapping himself, sprinting across here. He's literally, let me go back, he's run across Van Dijk to try and come for the ball. He's seen red and he's gone to the ball. They then get a shot away, and for me, they could have done better here. And, it's like, Alisson won us this game. Salah could have scored 5 goals in this game and won us the game 5-0. Alisson would have still been man of the match because he prevented that game from being 5-0 in the first 20, right? The game man of match was won in the first half an hour from Alisson. Unbelievable shot-stopping ability. Very similar to that PSG game last year. This one, ball from, is that Lacroix? I think it might be. Long diagonal ball. If you look at our back line now, we should not be losing this ball. I'm telling you now, we should not be losing this. We lose it. We lose it. Konaté's the only player. I feel like I'm digging Konate out here. And in the second half, I thought, fine, it was a bit. Still, it wasn't great, was it? Didn't even pick up, to be fair. And listen, I want him to improve. I believe he should have improved. From the Arsenal game, I thought he was a better player against Arsenal than the first 2 games, given how his confidence must have surely been knocked after those first 2 poor games, back to back. He picked himself up. This was arguably worse than the Bournemouth game. And that's a big shame, because that was really bad. Konaté's the only person out of here, and he loses his man, and they nearly score. Again, weirdly, it's like Alisson, again, stopping the shot. But look at this. I want to draw your attention to Kerkez, in fact. So this is the ball. They've caught us off guard. They've played this ball. We've lost the first contact. That's the important thing here. The secondary effect here is the Kerkez winning the second ball. Can he do that? No. The point's the first ball, which we're not winning anyway. Kerkez, I promise you now, watch this video back. He is walking backwards. He's a slow jog backwards, like it's a Tuesday at 2 p.m. out on your jog around the race course. He's jogging back. I mean, funny, right? I'm not making this up. And it feels like I'm digging out Milos Kerkez now. That's not how it is. And whenever you make, I've been on social media in 5 years now. I know how it works. If I make a negative point about someone, naturally you assume I want him sold and I want him dropped, and it's like he's crap. No. I think Kerkez got a lot wrong in this game. Certainly the last goal was for me on him. But I'm just going to blow my nose here. Not on camera. Excuse me. I'll keep that in. Let's keep this authentic. Kerkez has to do better here. He's walking, and as soon as you can see him, as soon as he sees the man, so Alisson saves the shot there. Another spooned out the crap from Alisson. As soon as he looks to his right, Kerkez, he sees the man and he starts sprinting. He's like, oh, shit, there's a guy here. Let's start running. And he looks actually twice. Once there, twice there, 3 times a lady. Once, twice, 3. But he runs. Then Munoz, he's thinking Munoz is going overlapping him, like right wing back. Munoz just cuts in and Kerkez is like, right, well, I've completely just lost that runner. And then if I go back, you can see the shot. It's not on Kerkez. It's on the first ball. How's Liquid got so much time to play that pass? There's so many things you can go back and like, why is that happening? Why is it? But I think he's got to do better there. I'm not going to lie to you. Just a bit more intensity and have a look. He looked so many times. He looked twice or 3 times. Didn't look in the most important bit when he's actually in the box. Which way is he going to go, outside or inside? He ended up going inside and he never followed him. Right? We've just started. I mean, these are literally from not even the extended highlights. These are just from Crystal Palace's YouTube channel. The 3 minutes they put on there. I think it's really bad. I've got to say, sorry. Wharton, I mean, I'd love Wharton on this side. So many clips of these are from Adam Wharton. Picks the ball up centrally. Again, McAllister's running back. Gravenberch is running back. I love these players. They're fantastic footballers. Not unbelievable athletes. Certainly McAllister. He's not the fastest of players. When we're on the counter, getting countered, we are one of the... I would honestly say, and I really do mean this, I think we're a very slow midfield. And in terms of the Premier League, I think we must be up there in terms of maybe one of the slowest midfield twos, I would say. That takes nothing away from how technically good these players are. I think McAllister's a world-class footballer. Like Busquets, one of the best footballers I've ever seen. Forget midfielders, footballers. Goddamn, he was slow. Iniesta, like, towards the back end, these players were slow. But they were so good. It doesn't take anything away from McAllister. It's an observation, a physical characteristic for me he doesn't have. When we are in these situations, we look vulnerable because of the physical attributes we have in midfield, which we don't, or the lack of, I should say. Look at this. You can analyse loads of things. Like you can overanalyze clips. Why was he there? This is just a player being beaten by another player. This is a player being stronger than another player. Mateta ragdolled Konate this game. And I hate to say it, I mean, the first half, certainly. And I hate to say that. Konaté, I mean, he's on the floor. Like, get up. Why down there? He's on the floor, and then Alisson obviously saves the day. Again. That's 3 times he's done that. Another point, make the first contact. They even on this, they make the first contact of the football. What can you say? And I mean, look at this. Next one, Adam Wharton. Again, this was a mixture of fantastic footwork and a brilliant player at his best here. And also just some really poor defending. When you dive in for a tackle, and maybe in like school football, you don't win the ball, you go like that, you like, didn't touch him, ref, play on. We do that twice in here. Watch what I'm going to... Right, Wharton. You've seen this live, you know how this was. I'm taking screenshots to show you because I'll get copyrighted. Runs past Szoboszlai. By the way, Wirtz here, look at Wirtz. Couldn't be more of a spare man, right? Runs past Szoboszlai. Is that McAllister or Bradley? That's Bradley, right? Dives in, hands up like this. McAllister either megs him or goes past him. McAllister, hands up. What are we doing? You both trying to get shot? Are you both surrendering? Not being funny. I love these players. Oh my god, I do. This is poor. I'll point it out when it's poor, and this is poor. That was some really bad defending for me. And then Wirtz is left like, mate, what have I got to do here? And then Wharton puts in a cross, and I think Sarr at the front post just doesn't get it. I want to draw attention to this bit of foreshadowing. Mateta on the edge of the box, like, this is one of the best strikers of the ball, probably in the league. One of the best kind of poachers, I would say, in the league. And positionally, he's unbelievable. He's so intelligent as a forward player. Shoots from, like, there, edge of the D, nearly goes in. How good was that strike, by the way? It was such a great strike. I thought it was in, to be honest with you. Alisson had no chance there. But it's like, if this simply... I mean, there was a big theme in this game. We don't win second balls. If that theme continued here, we didn't win the second ball, and it fell to Mateta, and Alisson's to the side of the goal. Like, you don't know. These are things that could have happened, but they haven't, so we're not going to talk about them. I just believe that whole passage of play was crap, personally. Second half, by the way, we perked up. We played well. But I don't think the stuff we did well is necessarily worth talking about to the stuff we didn't do well. We can't take the stuff we did well into next week's game, because I don't believe there was much of it. I don't believe it's particularly repeatable. but we can take the stuff we did poorly not into the next game and make sure we don't bring it into the next game. That's why I've got to point this out. We had a few chances second half. Like, Isak had created a few for himself. Nothing really, no patterns of play, no, like, particularly great things. These are errors that, for me, have to be stamped out the game. Or they'll keep coming up again and again and again, right? Mateta, shot, misses. This is second half, and this is, I'm going to cry. 97th minute. If you've seen my TikTok post about Kerkez and how he didn't clear the ball, watch that. It's on a YouTube short as well. And while you're down there, if you've agreed with anything I said, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help and push the channel out. I want to become the biggest Liverpool creator, but I just feel like I talk more sense than the rest. I'm going to be entirely blunt and arrogant there. I just do, honestly. I believe you do as well. I believe you do, me and you, good as folk here, we say what it is. Unlike X who don't. Listen, and also I'll keep it real. If we get battered, I will not be screaming, jumping up, saying we should sell our players like everyone else seems to do on here. Come on, get a grip and be real. This was poor. And this goal particularly as well. I mean, what the hell? Ball comes in. I mean, Kerkez firstly gave the throw-in away for no reason when he should have booted the thing. Ball comes in. Look how many contacts they have. Here we go. Throw in. What have I done here? Sorry, I've done a really zoomed out screenshot. That's the first contact. Believe me, it is. I know it's a bit further out. That's the first contact. One, we've lost. Second ball, there it is. A bit more zoomed in. There you go. One. Why on the floor? What are you bending over for? One. Ball comes out to here. Two. Will Hughes wins that ball. And that is Ngomoa, to be fair. Will Hughes wins the ball. That's second contact. Third contact. There is a third contact in the box. And it's here. Jones flicks it onto friggin' whoever that is. I think Jones flicks it on himself, to be fair. It's not a positive contact, is it? So I'd count that as a -1. They've had 3 there. And then Nketiah with the 4th contact and he scores. And that's the end of my slideshow. That's all my vids got. Because it's like, that is everything in the game. You know when you get foreshadowing? When you learn it in like year 9 in like English lit. What'd you go? Animal Farm. Did you do that? Not Jungle Book. What's one in the jungle? Animal Farm and there's one in the jungle, isn't there? With jungle. Anyway, it was foreshadowing about what was going to happen. We're not winning second balls, third balls. They score from winning their third ball. It's not rocket science. I wasn't surprised. Were you surprised that we lost that game? I wasn't. I believe that second half was a bit of a sweetener, better word, on that first half. I think the damage was already done there, and we got away with a point if we did get away with it, which we didn't. I don't think we deserved anything from the game, I'll be honest with you. Palace absolutely battered us first half. Battered us. I was messaging Ollie Thomas, who's a Palace fan, and he was like, he genuinely said he felt like crying if they didn't win that game. And I was thinking, how the hell is this still... How's it only 1-0? What the hell? Seriously? That was one of the worst first halves I've seen under Slot. I think certainly. We should have been 4-0 down. And Palace fans were frustrated to not have won that game. I'd love to know your thoughts down below. I think it was a really poor game. Listen, I've got to end on this because naturally you've got to caveat everything you say online or it gets taken out of context. Liverpool are still top of the league, whilst playing badly and having lost a game, whilst beating Arsenal, who are, what are they, top 3? I don't know. I don't want to look at the table, to be honest with you, at the second or third. We are fine. These players will, in my opinion, come good and gel. They've not become crap overnight. This is a project. I'm in for the project. You in for the project. I got a TikTok comment the other day. It had over 300 likes saying Arne Slot should be sacked because his tactics are crap. This is the kind of standard we have right now as a fan base. Stay positive. Get behind the players. But I think this can't be repeated. And I'd love to know if you agree because I think it was poor. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed, do leave a like and make sure you subscribed. See you later, guys. Bye.